friends, we're back. We're going to talk today about how the decimals, tenth, or the fractions tenth and hundredths, okay, are related to money and how they're related to decimal. Okay, to me, they all go together. Okay, it's very hard, in my opinion, to learn about these in isolation. You can learn them in isolation, but they really all go together. So let's talk about the fraction 1/10 and 1/100th, and then what that looks like, okay, as a decimal, and what that looks like related to money, okay? So let's start with, today we're only going to talk about the coin, the penny, and the coin, the dime, okay? So let's start with the penny. All right. Okay. So let's say I have 1 penny, okay? Imagine this is a penny, 1 cent. Okay, it represents 1 cent. Okay, and if I want to write this 1 cent like money with the dollar sign, okay, I'm going to say $, $0, okay, a decimal, and 1 cent. Okay, good. Now, if I want to write that 1 cent like money with the cent sign, I'm going to write it like this. Now, 1 penny represents 1/100th of a dollar, okay? That's the whole point, that this is 1/100th of a dollar. It takes 100 pennies to make a dollar. So I can represent that like this, okay? 1/100th. If I want to draw a model of this, okay, the 100th model that we teach in Texas, okay, looks like this. Sorry, it's not perfect. Okay, and we can represent 1/100th or 1 penny out of a dollar. This would represent $1. Okay, we're going to shade 1/100th. Okay, now if I want to write that like a decimal, not like money, but like a decimal, I'm going to write it like this. Exactly the same, okay, with no dollar sign. So, cents, money with a dollar sign and a decimal, fraction, decimal, model. Okay, now let's talk about a dime. Okay, a dime represents 10 cents. It takes 10 dimes to make a dollar. Okay, so that would represent 1/10 of a dollar. Okay, all right, so if I write this like money, I can write it like this with no decimal, with the cent sign, or I can write it with the dollar sign and a decimal, 10 cents. This represents 1/10 of a dollar because 10 dimes make $1. Okay, and my model is going to look like this. We're going to divide this one whole into 10 sections. Okay, and I'm going to shade one of those. Okay, you with me so far? So as a decimal, I'm going to write it like 0, decimal, 1, 0, or you can write 0, decimal, 1. These all mean the same thing, all these things. Sorry, my ring light's right in the way. Switched over. Okay. Okay, so that's kind of your basics on decimals. Now, what happens if I have more than one referenced? So let's say I have 5 pennies. Okay, if I have 5 pennies, okay, that's 5 out of 100 that make a dollar. So this is going to say 5 out of 100, which equals, with money it looks like this, 5 cents. And as a decimal, it's going to look like this, 0, 5, okay? And I would shade, I'll use the same model up here. I will shade 5 total. Okay, and so this would be the model for this one. Okay, same idea is if you have, let's say I have 7 dimes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 10 cents, 10 cents, 10 cents, 10 cents, 10 cents, 10 cents, 10 cents. Okay, that gives me 70 cents. Okay, or as a fraction, it's going to give me 7/10 of a whole. Okay, as a decimal, you can write it one of 2 ways. Like this. 70 hundredths is really 70 hundredths, right? Okay, which is the same thing as 7/10 because 7 dimes equals 70 cents. Okay, but if I'm going to write it like a tenth in the tenths place, I'm going to knock this 0 off. 7/10. Does that make sense? We really want, although these are the same thing, right? They're equal to, they're equal to each other. They're not the same thing. Okay, they're equal to each other. They represent something different. This represents tenths. This represents hundredths. Hundredths, tenths. Does that make sense? I hope that it does. They are equal to each other, but they look different. Okay, just like 10 pennies and 1 dime look different, okay, but they are equal to each other in amount. They look different, but they're the same. Okay. In Texas, as you get to 5th grade, we'll introduce a thousandths place. Okay, so again, it will be an extra 0 past that, and that'll be a different video. But if you're a 5th grader watching this, okay, know that the same idea applies. Okay, you're adding an extra decimal, and the next decimal place is the thousandth. So you have the one whole, a decimal, okay, tenths, hundredths, and then 5th graders in Texas, you'll add a thousandths place. Okay, I hope that's helpful. Talk to you soon. Bye.